Now at 5, our weather pattern will go from stormy to soggy. I'll have your weekend forecast. And Final Four Fan Fest is inside, but what about those potential rain storms? And what about the rain plan? We'll break it down. Still ahead.
Today is all about you.
Well, if you're looking for something to do that doesn't have to do with basketball, we got a lot of music going on. And the first act is about to take the stage in a couple minutes.
3, 1, 2, 3.
We know all about Braylon Mullins, the Indiana kid for the UConn Huskies, hitting a shot that will be remembered forever. How did his parents feel about it? We caught up with him today at Lucas Oil Stadium. You'll hear that story coming up on 13 Sports.
Good evening. Right now, we're seeing this pop-up storms across central Indiana tonight. And while they're hitting, we are tracking the impact of another round of rain that's going to have on our area tonight. So as you see there on radar, it's all rolling in just in time for the Final Four games and all the fun, all the events and activities surrounding them.
And there's so many. We have live team coverage for you this Friday night. We're going to take you to team practices and the March Madness Music Festival.
And there are several other fan events around downtown too.
And weather is a big concern. So we're going to start with Angela in the Weather Center because this is really impacting this entire weekend, Angela.
It is, because a lot of those outdoor events, rain or shine, but we've got lots of people in and around downtown, so we want to make sure everybody stays safe. Right now on radar, no warnings locally, but I am keeping an eye on a couple of thunderstorms. Lightning will be a threat with some of these storms and the potential of some strong to severe storms. We've got a cell just to the east of downtown that is moving northeast and will move north of Greenfield. We've got a storm with some lightning in between Shelbyville and Morristown. That's going to continue to track to the northeast, headed in between Knightstown and Rushville. Also some additional cells building, a stronger one just southwest of Lafayette. So heads up northern sections of Tippecanoe County and heads up Crawfordsville. There's another storm just to your southwest. With Future Track 13, we're going to keep that strong to severe storm chance the next couple of hours. That starts to lift north, but then we wait and see out to our west. More rain coming our way for Saturday. Threat of severe weather locally on our scale of 1 to 5 at a 1. And again, some of these storms could be on the strong to severe side. So that's what we're going to be keeping you updated on. And as I mentioned, all of these events are rain or shine, but downtown Indianapolis, we are prepared, right, Sam? That's right, Angela. I have a little bit of good news and a little bit of bad news, okay? Bear with me. The good news is the Final Four Fan Fest is inside. We don't have to worry about the weather in here. The bad news is, like you mentioned, the tailgates, the music festival, all outside and not a lot of cover. So we reached out to some of the organizers to say, hey, what does happen if we get a lot of rain or if we have severe storms roll through during all of this? Here's what they told us. I want to put this up on your screen here. They say this is the best thing you can do now to make sure you are prepared. Check out this number. They say you can text MFF 2026 to 67283. We've got that number here on your screen. This is a free number. If you text that now, you will get safety and weather alerts sent right to your phone. These events are rain or shine, like Angela mentioned, so if the weather were to get bad enough or if they need to cancel an event, that is one way you can find out for sure. Now, back here inside the Final Four Fan Fest, we have seen a lot of fans, okay? And I want to introduce you to a group of guys from Wisconsin who are Michigan fans. So tell me a little bit about Michigan basketball this year.
We're in a great spot right now. We've been near the top, I think, almost the entirety of the season, and had a couple of slip-ups along the way, but for the most part, yeah, we're ready to rock.
And why was it important for you guys to make the trip to Indianapolis?
It's a short drive. Indy's a great place and a destination for the Final Four. I've been to a number of them, and I think this one's probably the best with the location. And we were in Chicago last week cheering on Sweet 16, the Elite Eight, and we got to make the trip with the Final Four for sure.
Well, we are welcome. Glad that you guys are here. Speaking of pretty cool things, by the way, check this out real quick before we send it to Jenna. This is the Warner Ladder. Did you know there is an official ladder of March Madness? It's the 18th year they've had this ladder as the official part of cutting down the net here in Indianapolis, and we are excited to see that on Monday.
In the meantime, we're keeping an eye on the weather, of course, and someone who is really particularly curious about the weather is our Jenna Webster. She is down at the March Madness Music Festival. Jenna, they've been having fun all day. Tomorrow, umbrellas not allowed, right?
Nope. Leave the umbrellas at home. I was talking to a couple people earlier that were in line, and they had some rain ponchos on, so they came prepared. But no umbrellas allowed. Also not allowed chairs, blankets, strollers, large bags, anything like that. But guys, it's just getting started here. I don't know if you can hear how loud it is, but we've got the first act up on the stage right now. That's that hip-hop duo, Joey Valence and Bray. They're going to be playing for the next hour or so. But guys, I told you at 4:30 how crazy it was when everybody got let inside the venue here. So I want to show you that moment. You can just see that everybody ran straight through us. They were going, ignoring the stairs, by the way, just running straight down the hill, jumping over all of those bushes. But I don't think any chance of rain is going to stop anybody's fun. They're dedicated. As we've mentioned, many people were here early this morning, right at 7 o'clock, as soon as they can get into line. I was talking to some who drove up here from Bloomington because they're big 21 Pilots fans, and they could not miss the chance to see them for free. By the way, I've also talked to some people from St. Louis and Chicago. 21 Pilots is that headliner. They're going to take the stage tonight at 8:30. And I'm learning a lot about all the music today. That's one of the reasons that a lot of these people like the band. They say 21 Pilots is unique. They aren't afraid to switch up their genre. And they say they've told a story through their music for the past decade. And they say it just adds to this fun of this really massive weekend in Indianapolis.
So I feel like we're one of the flyover states. So to get cool stuff like March Madness, for one, I do like the basketball, but to get March Madness and a good band at the same time, like I'm just here for it.
Oh yeah, we are here for it also. I did ask some of them if they're planning on getting in line early tomorrow or Sunday. Some say why not. Others say they'll come a little bit later because they're not maybe as big of fans as some of the other headliners. But again, like I mentioned, no chairs, no blankets allowed. So if you need to get off your feet a little bit while you're here, we've got something else that you can check out. That's that giant Ferris wheel. A couple people actually, instead of running straight to the front of the stage, they ran straight to the Ferris wheel line. That's going to be free all weekend long that you can check out. It's going to give you a really cool view of the city, probably a really cool view of the concert here too. But we've got lots of food options, lots of drink options. I saw some tacos, I saw some nuggets, so something for everybody to check out here. And this is going on all weekend long. This is just the start of it, guys.
All right, looks like so much fun, Jenna. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Jenna.
And you heard nuggets.
I did.
Nuggets.
Nuggets, because Wendy's is out there. They got a Frosty. You got to get the Frosty. It's a
With
whole
the
thing.
fries.
Yes, the whole shebang.
Right.
All right, you can check out the Men's Final Four event app for a full schedule of events with dates, times, and locations for all the Final Four fun this weekend.
Yeah, and if you do that, you'll find the maps and the local transportation guides, where to park, help you get around. You can also sign up for customized alerts, which will be really key if they do send some out because of the weather. So the teams. Oh, this is all about the games,
Yeah.
you know, and 2 of them are tomorrow. And there are 4 teams in the Final Four. They just wrapped up their practices today. It was free for the public, and this happened that they wrapped it up. It was all afternoon. They were up to about 2 hours ago.
I mean, it's a busy day. That's why we have our full team on top of this. 13 Sports was there. They got a chance to check in with the fans as they watch the teams get ready for their games tomorrow. Dominic Miranda checking in with a couple of fans who have had the week of their lives.
Final Four festivities are underway here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. We're just one day away from hitting the hardwood and seeing who will play for a national championship. First up on Saturday, Illinois and UConn, much to the delight of the Mullins family. A week after Braylon Mullins hit an incredible shot to send the Huskies to the Final Four in his backyard. We'll see if the Huskies can punch their ticket to a national championship. It's a storybook ending, possibly one that Dad Josh and Mom Katie are still pitching themselves about. It's been 5 days since Braylon Mullins hit a shot that will be talked about for years to come. Memory etched in the history of the NCAA tournament, now playing in the Final Four, back home again in Indiana.
I mean, I don't know who wrote this book, but it's pretty awesome, surreal, unreal, you name it. I don't know there's a word I could just give you that would describe it, but to come back to Indy off a shot like that is just unbelievable. I mean, that's something we talked about. I was like, man, how cool would that be if you could take your team to the Final Four and play in front of all your home state, all your fans, your family. It's a dream, man, that I don't want anybody to wake me up yet.
On Sunday night, for him to be the one to bring UConn to Indianapolis or himself back home, that right there is like crazy to think about, because we were always told they were going to get him back to Indy. Well, he took them back to Indy, so which is nuts.
The Indiana kid back in the Hoosier State for a shot at a national championship, responsible for one of the biggest tournament moments ever, but now focused on the task at hand, and that's beating Illinois.
I mean, the last couple of days, I think that's been the mindset, just trying to forget about the game on Sunday, because I mean, it wasn't the national championship game. So I think we're all excited for tomorrow night, and yeah.
Braylon as humble as he is focused. Mom Katie nervous as she is excited.
I'm not thinking about it right now. I don't want to be nervous. I want to enjoy today, and then when tomorrow comes, I just want them to have their best game they possibly play, whatever the outcome. But of course, we want to play in the national championship.
It's so awesome to hear the human side and the parents' perspective of one of the best moments in March Madness history, specifically for Braylon, who just experienced this a few days ago. Now for UConn on to Illinois and seeing if they can punch their ticket to the national championship. We'll have much more coverage here from Lucas Oil Stadium coming up for you at 6 and tonight at 11. For now, here in downtown Indianapolis, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.
All right, Dom, thanks so much. What a wonderful opportunity for those parents. They must be so proud of Braylon.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're just scratching the surface. There is so much more going on. You are going to see some Indiana schools represented at the College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships tonight.
That's right. IU and Notre Dame will be represented in the women's three-point competition, and Purdue will be represented in the men's three-point competition. It all starts at 7 o'clock tonight. That's over at Butler at Hinkle Fieldhouse, and you do have to pay tickets for that. They're still available. We're told the prices to get in the door start around $30.
Which is perfect. You know, it's a lot for everyone to go to the game, so something like this. Perfect.
Well, you know, like All-Star Weekend, the three-point and the dunk competition, those are the big premier events. I mean, They are fun to watch and kind of see what they come up with. So there's a lot to sort through, and so we've made it really easy for you to find all the information you need to know about the events for Final Four this weekend.
Just head to our website, WTHR.com. You can check out the stories you'll find at the top of our homepage. Our news continues tonight. There's more basketball than just the Final Four across Indy this weekend.
Oh yeah, a lot more. And Rich Nye has that assignment, and he's going to join us next to look at some of the other games that you can check out as our coverage continues at 5:30. Angela?
Anne-Marie just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Warren and northern Tippecanoe counties. Heavy rain, large hail, damaging winds, and rotation possible.
A Greenfield native is gearing up to play in the Final Four. I'm Ashton Hackman. We'll show you how the community is getting ready to celebrate one of their own.